So we're talking about data today. You have been expressing for a while your alarm about what DOGE is doing with our data. But now we have a new wrinkle, which is that there were lawsuits to stop them from accessing our data, but the Supreme Court just got rid of that and allowed them to have our data. Is that correct?
Well, it's correct, and it's certainly very alarming when you have two of the lower courts that support the people and say DOGE should not have access until this case has been fully tried and gone through. And the argument that was put forward by the administration is that there was an urgency for them to do it. And the Supreme Court sided with the administration. And in the process, what they've done is they said, well, we're going to allow DOGE to go forward and have access to Social Security data until the case is through. Well, that makes no sense whatsoever anyway. If the concern is about not having people who have never been vetted, none who have gone through Senate confirmation, people who have never come before any committee for oversight or instruction, and then to have complete unfettered access to everyone's information, as you pointed out at the start, Jessica, that goes beyond Social Security and gets into everybody's individual rights to privacy, violates the first constitutional amendment, and I think is really very disturbing. So suffice it to say, we're quite alarmed, and I've called for hearings ourselves, et cetera. Now, whether the Republicans will grant them, that's another thing altogether, because they haven't done anything at all. But all Americans should be concerned about this, especially the 73 million who are already on Social Security. But they will have access to all Social Security records. So that means virtually every American who has Social Security.
Right, right. And yeah, I have so many questions about this. First, what is your worst nightmare of their plan for this data? What are they going to do with it?
Well, I don't know what their plans are, but my suspicions are. And look, AI should be a very positive technological advantage that can be utilized by the government to create greater efficiency and greater access, et cetera, so that we can be more efficient and productive. It has a very positive side. The negative side is that it can collect virtually everything about you. And if it's to be used for something else, uh, of which we can only speculate, that is not very good. And people did not sign up for Social Security to volunteer their data and to have someone in complete control and to be able to manipulate a number of things about you in a positive sense with the right safeguards, et cetera. That's one thing, but those haven't been established yet. And it's everybody is rightfully alarmed and concerned. I don't think we should be afraid of AI, but I think it's something that should be embraced, but only with the appropriate governmental guardrails that, again, protect your security and individuality and your integrity as a person.
Right.